This video is sponsored by SetApp. iOS 13 is officially available as a free update for your iPhone, and with it comes many new features and improvements. And so in this video, we're going to go over some of the best features that iOS 13 has to offer. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications whenever we share a video. The first new feature is one that a lot of you have been clamoring for, and that's a true system-wide dark mode. Dark mode will change a lot of your phone's core applications and system menus to a darker look, which not only looks cool in my opinion, but should also assist with battery life on iPhones that have AMOLED displays. Apps like Messages, Maps, Phone, and Photos look really sleek with dark mode turned on, and this will only get better over time as developers introduce dark mode into their apps as well. To toggle on dark mode, all you need to do is head into Settings and find it under Display and Brightness, or you can 3D touch the brightness slider in Control Center to toggle dark mode on or off as well. Speaking of some of those core Apple apps like Photos, Maps, and Reminders, iOS 13 has big updates and improvements in store for those apps, like a new look and a slew of new features in the new and improved Reminders app. Reminders has been completely redesigned and now features 4 main reminder sections: Today, Scheduled, All, and Flagged. And these sections incorporate all of your reminders across all lists so you can see everything that needs to be done regardless of what list it belongs to. The Photos app also features a new redesigned look that's meant to put your best photos front and center, along with new view options organized by day, month, and year. Each of the time-based viewing options cuts out clutter like screenshots, photos of receipts, and duplicate images, displaying all of your best memories without the cruft. Photos are displayed in a tiled view, with your best images displayed as large squares surrounded by smaller related photos. The Photos app also features new editing tools that are front and center and a new slider that lets you scroll through each adjustment option. It kicks off with the standard auto adjust, but if you swipe to the left, you'll find tons of editing tools, including some new ones like vibrance, white balance, sharpness, and more, all of which can be adjusted via the intensity slider. There are also some new portrait lighting effects like high key mono, and the portrait lighting can all be adjusted via an intensity slider too. A lot of these tools can also be used on videos, as well as the ability to quickly change the crop of the video on the fly by adjusting the aspect ratio. The best part about this is if you decide you don't like any of the changes that you made to your video, you can easily revert back to the original footage at any time. The Maps app also has been updated with new maps that feature more details, as well as an awesome new feature called Look Around. Look Around is designed to be Apple's equivalent of Google Street View. The feature offers up a street level view of what's around you or a location that you search for in the Maps app. To use Look Around, simply tap on the binoculars in the top right corner or on the Look Around card in the search results. Once inside of Look Around, you can tap on the display to move through the Look Around area, and tapping a spot far off in the distance does a cool zoom-in maneuver that's fun to mess around with. All notable points of interest like restaurants, businesses, parks, and more are also highlighted with identifying icons and place names so that you can tell what's what. Maps also introduces 2 new features, Collections and Favorites. Collections lets you search for and create lists of different locations like restaurants or places that you might want to visit in the future, while Favorites lets you put specific places on a list so that you can visit them whenever you need to. Favorites are meant for places that you visit frequently, and home and work are already added to that list by default. Finally, Find My iPhone and Find My Friends have been combined into one app, and the app is separated into 3 different tabs for people, then your devices, and then Me, which is where you'll control some of the options for the app. Another big change courtesy of iOS 13 is the ability to locate a device without Wi-Fi or LTE connection in the Find My app. This feature leverages Bluetooth and proximity to other nearby Apple devices. So when your lost device is offline but close to another device, it's able to connect to that other device over Bluetooth and relay its location. That means that your devices are more trackable than ever, and there's a better chance that you can find a device that's been lost. One quick bonus feature, iOS 13 introduces a first-party swipe-to-type keyboard called QuickPath, which might seem like a minor change, but it's one of my favorites so far. All you have to do is slide your fingers throughout the keyboard and let the predictive text do the rest of the work for faster and more efficient typing. Next up is CarPlay, and it's received its first hefty update and really its first significant redesign since its inception back in March of 2014. A lot of the new features that we see in apps like Maps get carried over to the car, like the inclusion of collections and favorites, as well as a new calendar app, a redesigned home screen that features the Maps app and shortcuts, potential Siri suggestions, now playing, and any upcoming calendar events that you might have. And we made an entire video highlighting all of the features and changes that CarPlay in iOS 13 has to offer, but one of the most underrated features that users will be happy to see is the ability to use CarPlay and your iPhone simultaneously. Well, hopefully someone else is using your iPhone while driving, but gone are the days of CarPlay switching out the app automatically to mirror your iPhone. You can now use the music app on your iPhone and have Maps stay present on CarPlay at the same time. Finally, Apple focused a fair amount on privacy and security with iOS 13, and one of the major new features the company is introducing with the update is Sign In with Apple. Sign In with Apple gives you a convenient and data-safe way to sign in to apps and websites. Your Apple ID will be able to authenticate your account via Touch or Face ID, and developers will not see any real info, but rather a unique random ID. Apple can even generate single-use randomized email addresses so that you never have to give your real email address away to any app again. Two-factor authentication is also built into this feature to give you even more security. Another bonus privacy and security feature comes with HomeKit Secure Video. HomeKit-enabled cameras can now detect and record specific activity like people, animals, or vehicles. These recordings are stored securely in iCloud, and new privacy settings allows you to control when your cameras stream and record. So be sure to let us know your thoughts on these new and exciting features that are available in iOS 13 in the comment section down below. Also, before we end today's video, I do want to give more information about this month's channel sponsor, Setapp. Setapp is one of the best places to find new and useful applications for your Mac. Setapp packs over 150 Mac apps into just one. Every apps developer on Setapp provides full support and seamless updates for their creation so that you can focus on yours. Since data is largely cloud-based, it only makes sense that apps should be too. So Setapp installs and uninstalls apps instantly while retaining your settings so that you can own it all without hogging any space. There are so many useful applications that I use on a daily basis like Paste, Sip, Downy, and much more, with new apps being added constantly, as well as consistent free updates to existing applications. Use Setapp completely free for the first week to see if it fits with your workflow by clicking the link in the description down below. This has been Dan with Mac Rumors. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you around in the next video.